Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Troy Graham Experience, the Wlder Herndon breakdown episode, whatever you want to call it. I gotta ask all the viewers to let me stall for a little bit. I do that all the time when I come on, just to let y'all know most podcasters stall until people start coming and. So I'm gonna stall for a little bit and just talk. But I did a episode earlier on Daddy's Lounge, about 12 hours ago, and wow, time flies fast. Yeah, 12 hours ago, and it was the episode "Be True About You, and They Shall Be True to You." The whole time I was on mute. The whole blessed time I was on mute. I did a beautiful show on mute, but I'm here this morning and I watched the Wilder Herndon fight. Don't call it a comeback. Call it what it is. Holding on? He don't need to be holding on, do he? For all those fans out there that say they love him, you LDBC, ABC, FYB, FOU, whatever the hell you call yourselves, right? What do they call themselves? Lions Den. I don't remember what they call themselves. It's been so long. I should go and go talk to the brother and say, look, thank you. We appreciate you. You our king for all these years. Our king. But now it's time to enjoy the treasures that you've earned. We'll go live a beautiful life. You ain't got nothing to prove. You're a champion. You defended your title 10 times against nobody that'll be remembered. Uh, you got three big fights under your belt. You didn't win one, but hey, you turned down over $100 billion, and in return, you got knocked out twice by somebody you call Pillow Fist. So, hey, it's time to sit down there, brother. You got your gun ranges, and you got some other businesses going on. Those gun ranges are very necessary. If you have the proper training, please market them throughout the South. You a Southern boy, stay in the Southern region, and please market them throughout the South, man. And you could even go to the West Coast and market them. The brothers on the East Coast got it locked down already. But for anybody listening to the sound of my voice, tell Deontay Wilder to grow those gun ranges. And matter of fact, I got a better one. Add gun training in there, not just the ranges. You could, like, a weekend thing. Every weekend you have gun training at the gun range. It would be like a getaway. It's like you have dude ranches. You can have gun training ranches. See, I'm giving you something. Think about that. See, I can't afford to do it, so I have no problem saying it. And you already started it. You're a gun enthusiast. So I'm gonna get to the fight. Just hold on. But tell that brother, 69. You tell him. What's this dude name? Andrew Titan. You tell him. I don't even know if he's still on. Barbershop Cat. You tell him. And the other one, the slow talking brother. Shit, I can't remember his name, but he talks real slow. Real slow, slower than Mace. Lord, and he has a lot of connections too. I don't know what his name is, but Otis Griffin, Big Brother Almighty. You go tell Wilder, man, get some investors and take them gun ranges all throughout the South, West Coast. We need them, and put classes. Start the very first gun range dude ranch. Don't let nobody else take that idea. Sell that. Go pass that on to Deontay Wilder. We need that, since his face is known already, and he's a gun enthusiast. Let him do that. He'll make more money doing that than boxing right now. because nobody wants to see him fight because he's one more knockout away from being a different person. So let him know that too. And don't come with the whole feminine business about, oh, you're a hater. Shut up. It's been 10 years since 215 when Joshua was about to fight. Him and Josh were supposed to fight. All you little scoundrels and you temperamental men, I call you, and you forwardly feminine men. Oh, you just hate Wilder. We gonna kill you. I'm gonna find you and beat your ass. How is it hard to me to find me when my name is right there? Shut up. And then these dudes have never had dinner with Wilder, never shook his hand. He don't even know what you look like. But seriously, if any of you could get in contact with Deontay Wilder, tell him to market those gun ranges that he has and start the first gun range, dude range that involves training, uh, everything, how to take the gun apart, how to clean it, all of that. He's saying, Troy, you've been talking for a while now, you get to the fight. Then the fight is coming. Just cool your foot, as them say. Cool your foot, right? I really mean that. Because when the brother is doing, I don't want to see him box no more because he's lying to himself. I know boxing and I know body language. He's lying. He don't want to be in there. He just see that's a source of income. And really, the gun ranges are a better source of income for him because more people will come to his gun ranges than his fights, especially if you got a dual range. And you can't be the only thing with the dual ranges and the guns. It's not like the range where you could be such and such age, but I would say nobody younger than 18 should be at them dual ranches as long as guns involved. You know. Now the guns, it should be your gun range, safety, training, dual range, and it's for the weekend. You can charge X amount for the whole weekend. You get everything. You get to go on the range X amount of times. You get the training. You learn how to clean it, and you get a chance to talk to people who know how to use guns. Okay, and they'll tell you, you know, that shit you see in the movies where they shooting and shaking it. That ain't no. The gun is an extension of you. So wherever you want it to go, it's gonna go. You know, trust your eyes. Take a deep breath. Get ready for that recoil and just boom. And learn how to clean it and call it your weapon, not your gun. Because anything could be your weapon. Your hand, your feet, your mouth can be your weapon. But that's my thought on Deontay Wilder if he ever wants to stretch out from boxing because he's going to get stretched out in the ring if he gets in there with anybody that's of caliber fighter, like a big African who knocked out Big Baby, uh, Jarrett. That dude will knock him out. Right now, if he fights F.A. a Jaguar, F.A. will knock him out. If he fights Dillian White right now, Dillian White will knock him out. If he fights Du Bois, he's getting knocked out. If he fights Fury again, he's getting knocked out. Anthony Joshua will stop him. So anybody of any caliber right now stops Deontay Wilder. And please, you ask me, how do I know that? I just told you, I know boxing and I know body language. That boy that was in there with him, that youngster, he he's a he's below level. He's not. He's a D fighter. He's not even a C fighter. He might have been in there with a lot of big names. That's because they rushed him to make money, and they destroying this boy, that young boy Herndon. Who's ever rushing him along like that? Been in there with all these big names. They destroying that boy. He won't have a good career. Right now, he went down a couple of times to Wilder and his long, wide hooks. And they were cuffs. What I mean by cuffs is when he hit you with the palm of his hand. He didn't hit him with a knuckle, he hit him with the palm of the glove landed on him, boy went down. You know? He's on the Wilder's doing the George Foreman thing with it. Not even the George Foreman thing. He's doing the Jake Paul thing, minus the big names. You know, for all of that, he should just go ahead and fight. Someone from the MMA, not the big puncher guy. Now the brother Francis that Joshua fought. Don't fight him because one punch and he'll sleep you. And he don't got to throw wild punches. Don't fight Mike Tyson as old as he is either, because you're not gonna pay him enough to hold back. Go get Ned and James Toney. He'll beat you up. He'll take your money and beat you up. I don't think he's gonna knock you out, but he'll beat you up. But if you really want to do something for your family and your legacy, don't get in the ring no more. And I'm saying that as a compassionate human being. I don't give a damn what your overzealous fanatics say. They don't care about you. I care about the human being that steps in that ring. I don't know you as a person. But for your best interest and your family's interest, don't step in that ring no more. Because a couple of more fights and someone's going to be taking care of you for the rest of your life. Don't do that. You don't want that for you. Your family's always seen you as a strong man. Allow yourself to live your life out like that. Don't not step back in that ring. Don't. For your own. I mean, you're talking about all your fans. Talk about, oh, he's back. He knocked dude down 3 times. Yeah, but you notice he didn't knock him out. Even while swinging Wlder 5 years ago would have knocked this guy out quick. And he was hitting him with right hands, and the dude stood up to him. That's funny. Y'all didn't notice that? One Wlder ever knock anybody down with a slapping left hook, and then he couldn't finish him with his right hand. He hit him with 3 right hands, and the dude was still up. The referee came and stopped the fight. If I'm lying, I'm dying. So when did that ever happen? He got hit you with 3 right hands. See, because he always had the one hit quitter, depending on who he was fighting. Because to say that he's hardest puncher of this era, that's a complete, that's fake. That's a lie. I'm gonna tell you why. What top guy did he knock out? And for any fool that's going to respond to me about, what do you mean by top guy? Don't respond to me. He didn't knock out Fury. He didn't knock out Joshua. He didn't knock out White. He didn't knock out, what's the brother name who fought everybody? Got like 12. Derek Chisora. He didn't knock him out. He never got to the Usyk part of the game, right? The one guy he should fight right now is Big Baby Miller, because they have personal issues. That's a fight people would definitely jump on to see. That fight right there, Big Baby Miller. That's a fight. That's a fight that Wilder should do next, as it's going away, leaving us with some parting gifts. Knock him out as a parting gift. That'll be fan freaking tastic. So that'll be a fight, because both of them really have personal issues, man. So go ahead and take it out in the ring. Sell it as uh, sell it as sell it as pure rage. No, just sell the fight as I hate you. That's it. You ain't got to tell you nothing else. I hate you. Miller versus what the hell is it? Wilder versus Big Baby. You know, bring a pack of Pampers and a pacifier and give it to the Bama during the press fight, during the press conferences. Next time out, you know, you bring him a breast pump machine for tell him, yeah, this give this to your woman so so she give you some breast milk. You put your nasty lips on the breast. Just anything. Get it? That's the fight. That's the fight right there. Because neither one of you can fight. So neither one of you are any good at this stage. So I doubt you really hurt each other, right? So that'll be an entertaining damn matches, especially the press conference. Even though he's from Brooklyn, he's better talking than you. He's a shit talking somebody. But the fight better live up to the hype. Bring all that hate. Remember all the things he said about your lovely ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, whatever she was to you. I don't know your personal life, but remember all the things he said about your woman. All the things he said he did. Take all that into the fight with Miller. And if you still got anything left, if you still have the man you were back in 2000, I'll give you 2005, 2000, 2015. Then you'll be able to take him out. If he beats you, don't you ever come back over here. Don't come back no more. Okay? Don't come back no more. And don't talk. And don't speak that. I'm on Anthony Joshua. And if you beat Miller, please go give White a chance to put you away. He deserves it. He won the right to fight you, and you said on video chat, Wlder, I don't have to fight you. I'm gonna make you wait. So you ducked him. It would smell like a duck, walk like a duck, and profess to be a duck on video. It's a motherfucking duck. And for those who didn't hear me clearly, I said it's a motherfucking duck. Duck. That's right. Lord have mercy. I just don't know what else to say to y'all people. I'm listening to these dudes. Uh, yeah, Wlder's back. This, that, and the third. Back from where? A knockout in his last fight. When he looked like he was lost in traffic and joint, turning all different ways. And the Asian cat who has no stamina made him do the twist and the hokey pokey. Don't ask me about that dance look like because I don't know. I can say he made him do the PUB Herman new dance sensation, but yeah, I probably won't know that either. Look it up. Anyway, he knocked Wlder out. He knocked him out, and now this dude comes back against a D fighter, a young D fighter who's being rushed along, paying him a couple of shilling to make Wlder look good, and and he really didn't look good. I'll give him this. He's older, so he looks patient. Or is it just the fact that he's slower? Maybe it's a combination of both. If I saw anything good in there, I would tell you. But my thing as a human being, take away the boxing fan and all that. As a human being, I think about the person's safety. And for his own good, he doesn't belong in there anymore. No more. Seriously. He don't belong in there no more. He should just bounce. Go live his life. Hold on, y'all. Let me hear. I gotta test something real quick. Just to make sure all is good. Hold on for me. Baby. I don't even know if I can do it or not, but we're about to find out. It's taking its time. It's taking its time. Hold on for your brother. I hope this doesn't cut me off, right? But I gotta see if I can hear my his own safety, and he really should just step away from the sport. I mean, because he was still throwing the white right hand coming from way back in Kansas instead of just throwing it straight down the pike. If he would have, this is the thing. From the moment he entered the sport, he stamped himself as a what could have been. And here's what I mean by that. Emmanuel Stewart wanted to train him at Crump. Who turns that down? Imagine if Wilder learned how to fight like Hearns did with his length and all of that. Imagine a heavyweight Tommy Hearns when his boxing skill and his power be a tough out. And Emmanuel, brother Emmanuel could have brought that. He could have brought him that. But instead, he picked up a cat named JD's to be his head trainer who's never trained anyone. Oh, but then he brought Mark Breland in just to have him there as a second. And whatever he learned about boxing, he learned from Mark. On some of his best days, those are when he actually listened to Mark. If he would have listened to Mark, he could have been like Brother Forrest, one who beat Shane, Vernon Forrest. He could have been smooth like him. Maybe not as smooth as him, but he would learn to throw the right hand more, been better on his feet, and all of that. Because Vernon Forrest learned from Mark Breland. Mark Breland learned from Emmanuel Stewart. So you see the legacy that was sitting right there. And throughout his whole career, Wilder never, ever, ever got a real trainer. This brother Malik that he had in his corner, peace up to that brother, but he ain't no trainer. I mean, what's his resume as a trainer look like? We know his resume as a fighter. He threw a fight against Wilder, and for his reward, he became his trainer. See, when you get a reward for something you don't, for something like that, you can never be a trainer because most trainers will tell you, the great ones like Tommy Brooks, James Toney, you hired me. So I'm going to do my job. You don't tell me how to train you. I train you based on the conversation we had and what I see is in your best interest. You don't tell me how to train you. This brother can't have that conversation with Wilder. He can't. Understand? So he's never had a real trainer ever. If he ever had a real trainer, they would dismantle his whole crew because nobody in there really knows boxing except for Mark Breland. He's not there no more. You travel with people who just believe anything you say. Who's going to stand up to you? See, when you love someone, you tell them the truth. No, you be honest with them. You could always, truth could be switched to make it fit whatever you want it to fit, but honesty has no chases. It doesn't. Well, why would it need it? And that's what he never had in his corner, unfortunately, because he never chose to have it. You know, I know someone who sparred with the brother. I've had him on my show without saying his name, and he told me he was getting it in with him. And the third day of training camp, Wilder tried to take him out, but he landed the right hand, but he stood up to it. See, who else can say that? So that right hand is a lot of smoke and mirrors because he has a ton of knockouts. Yes, name them. Name them. Exactly. He never fought the Klitschko's of the world. We had a chance, and I went down the list already, but let's go over it again. He never fought the Klitschko's, the Joshua, the Whites, the Chizoras, the David Hayes, any of them, even the Jarrett Millers or the the Jared, yeah, Jared Miller and Big Baby Miller. Just none of them. Not to say that those last two were in the top 10, but they were known commodities. He didn't fight Jaffe. I can't pronounce the rest of the brother's name. A Jaguar. A Jaguar. Yeah, he didn't fight him, right? So who exactly are we celebrating Wilder for? You're probably thinking you didn't talk about the fight. What is there to talk about with the Herndon fight? He won. Exactly what are we going to talk about with that fight? That was 3 minutes in futility, 3 rounds of futility. Huh? I know some people right now in the gym that could dismantle both Wilder and Herndon in the same hour. Though he'll go 3 rounds with Wilder, and he'll go 3 rounds with this boy, and he get the best of him. Oh, Troy, you capping. I hate that word, by the way. I'm 54. I'm not saying I'm capping about nothing. Oh, Troy, you faking, you this, that. Okay, if I'm faking, then, call my bluff. Call it. That's the thing. And I hope somebody passed the first half of the show on to him when I was talking about the gun dude ranches. Please. Damn sure it's necessary. I just want to stop in real quick and give my 2 cents about the fight, since most of the people have you know done their thing about the fight. I want to stop in and do mine about the fight. Especially, I'm just good morning to all my anybody that's up, my African brothers, my UK brothers, my Canadian brothers, everybody within the sound of my voice, my American brothers, everybody. It's Saturday. Might be a different day where you are, depending on where you are in the world. But over here, it's Saturday. What you gonna be doing? Where you going? Who you gonna go see? Or is this your staycation day where you just get out of bed, clean yourself up, get something to eat, walk, go on your walk or whatever, meditate, then get your ass back in the bed? Staycation, binge watch something, or you have date night all day long with your woman. Don't leave the house, but you make enough more noise to make the neighbors angry at you. Or if you own your own house, you know, if the walls are rocking, tell the cops don't come a knocking. That's right. But I don't know. The one fight that's coming up that I want to see now is Canelo. I'm actually gonna pay for that one. I'm paying for that. Canelo versus Crawford. That's the fight I want to see. All this other stuff is just minutia. I want to see that fight, and nobody's been paying attention to that fight. Nobody. It's coming right up in September. We in July, August, September. Why nobody talking about it? Wilder comes around and all his fanatics jump out the window. I don't under, I don't understand the difficulty, people. Love your brother. Treat him as an equal. They say we animals. I don't agree with them. You prove them. I'm proving them wrong, but right is what you're proving them. I don't know about that last line, but that was heavy D, y'all. Self destruction. You're headed for self destruction. Today's topic is self destruction. You really don't, thank you. I always wonder why Rakim was never on there, because he really was mad that he wasn't on there. He's still mad at Chris for that. Anywho, a few more minutes. I'm gonna take my nap off here. But yeah, anybody, please pass on that thought to Wilder about the gun range practice dude range. It's basically, just listen to my concept. He owned gun ranges already. Add on to that some gun some some gun safety classes, right? And then some active, you got, so you got the gun range and the gun safety classes at a dude ranch. They could take you around. You can learn the history of all these guns. There's guns enthusiasts out there that'll come through, and teach people all the history of the guns who are interested. And the other part of it, you'll have some real soldiers in there, some real gun masters. There's a brother on here with dreads on YouTube with dreads. I keep forgetting his name. He was a ranger. He could be one of them that runs your gun safety class and all that, and teach people about the guns. Him and Wlder hook up will be amazing. So get that dude ranch done, man. There's a lot of brothers out here with guns, and a lot of our people need how to learn how to handle a gun and not be afraid of it. Stop using it just for killing, because it's not just for killing. And don't show it if you're not going to use it. Don't do that. I learned very young about two things. Don't pull your gun or your dick out if you ain't going to use it. That's what I learned from the men who helped bring me up. Don't pull them two things out if you ain't going to use it. And only your gun shouldn't be your first resort, should be your last. You should be able to handle yourself without pulling out a gun if it's one on one, you know, because once you take a life, you've just given your life for that life. So be sure it was that type of situation. Be sure. But if you do want to live in a state that's you could carry it, be sure that you're of the right mindset. Mindset. That word keeps coming up in my life. Mindset to travel with a gun. You're not quick tempered. You're not. You're not so shallow, and you're not so shallow that you feel, man. Soon as somebody breathes hard or look at me wrong, I'm pulling this out. Because what happens when they pull out theirs? Exactly. Two fools dead for no reason. And make sure you get a gun box. Not one of them fancy glass ones where everybody can see your gun. One of the real ones where you could lock it and you have the key and you can put that thing away when you go home. Last thing you want to do is have one of your kids get that thing and playing with it. You don't want that. But anyway, look, I'm going to bounce out in about 2 minutes to all you LDBC, what, 78 Sports, Andrew Titan, uh, Blue, that's his name, the slow talking brother, Blue. Uh, the other gay homeboy that's over there that was with them but not with them no more. I don't remember his name. He said he's a lawyer. I don't remember his name. Him, Barbershop, Reggie Owens, him, Dub Right Side brothers. Somebody reach out to that brother and tell him, this is Wlder now, that he needs to start a gun range safety course. Dude Ranch is a weekend thing where you can get away with your family. As long as your child is 18 and up, everybody can come. Charge X amount. Food and room is all included. You work out a situation for them to have something to do throughout the weekend that involves guns and safety, and then they can get to the range. They're gonna learn about everything. They're gonna learn about everything. They're gonna learn about like gun safety, how to clean a gun, how to take it apart. They're gonna learn about distance. They're gonna learn how to breathe. They're gonna learn about the coil and recoil and just all of that. And they're gonna also know that, like your arm, your gun is a part of you. So there's no need for you to be afraid of it. Don't fear yourself. Take claim of it. When you fire it, fire with confidence and knowledge that you're gonna hit your target. Because if you miss, who's to say that they won't? You only get one chance. In most cases, in real life and death situations, you get one chance and one chance only. You miss, you die. Please understand that. And if you're just doing it because you pull out and having a bad day, you're gonna have a bad rest of your life. If you let your anger get the best of you and you pull that out, you're gonna have the bad rest of your damn life. Anyway, I wish one and all the best. Thank you for watching the replay. Thank you for stopping by. This has been the Troy Graham Experience. Wlder Herndon. Please retire, good brother. I don't want to see you carried out. You know, retire. You should have never spoke them words about you want to catch a body in the ring. Don't stay in the ring long enough for that body to be yours. Please, and trust me, just please retire. Anybody want to get at me about this? Please do. But please retire. I'm gonna see if I can reach out to that brother myself. I got resources. See if I can reach out to him, talk to him myself. Be the be the change you want to see. That's right. Be the change you want to see. Don't wait for nobody else to do it for you. I don't need none of them to hook me up with them. I'm probably 5 people away from him. Really. That's how I do stuff. I'm never more than 5, 6 people away from anybody. Yeah. You know what? I'm not leaving at 36. I'll leave at 40. That makes more sense to me. It's a nice round number. But I know this other fight. I really don't know why Canelo and Crawford are not getting a lot of traction. That's going to be a great damn fight. That's going to be a great damn fight. I know it is. Here's how I know. Canelo does everything above the waist, meaning you don't ever see him really move well. All he does is a lot above the waist movement. His upper body movement is great. His legs, not so much, right? Crawford could outmaneuver that boy and win the fight. And he could probably sting him too. I don't see him knocking Canelo out. I just don't. But he can outmaneuver him. But then again, I didn't see Ray Leonard knocking out Donnie Lalonde, but Donnie Lalonde was dead tired. Now, if Crawford focuses on his body the whole fight and not his head, because as I said, most of Canelo's greatness is above his waist, right? Above his waist. So I don't see Crawford knocking him out. That's why he's never been knocked out, because of his upper body movement. So you stay right there on his body and boxing him and moving, he's gonna get tired because he's gonna have to make him chase you, and then when he catches you, boom, you pivot to the left, boom, pivot to the right, boom, get in the middle, uppercut to that solar plex, jab your way out, you know, feint him, don't let him know what side you coming from. Again, boom, boom, push him off. When you push him off, catch him with that quick little right hand. You do that the whole fight, you won the fight. Now, how he could beat Crawford? He's bigger than Crawford. He's not taller than Crawford. He's a short, big dude. He's like one of them big, short Mexican. He's a big, short Mexican man. So, if he gets the leaning on Crawford and imposing his physicality, his weight, his size, he's gonna wear Crawford down. Crawford's a strong dude now. He is strong, but how many rounds can you take someone that heavier than you leaning on you, leaning on you? How many rounds can you take that? And if he leans on it, it'll wear out his legs. His upper body is great, Crawford, but he's a strong cat. But any man who gets leaned on carrying and then have to push up your weight and somebody else's weight, 3 rounds of that, you dead tired. I don't give a damn who you are. Shoot. You get away with it for one round, maybe two, but not three. And that's how he beat him. You say, Troy, that's not really a good way to think. No, it's a poor man's way of beating your opponent. But guess what? If it worked for you, baby, it worked for you. You know, Crawford will beat him with boxing and movement and wearing his body down. Canelo will beat him by catching him in the corner, beating him up, and leaning on him. If he if the fight stays in the middle of the ring, Crawford wins. If it stays on the ropes or off anywhere else but the middle of the ring, Crawford gonna lose. Can't take that. Can't take the hits all the time and then get. And Canelo will lean on him. I'm telling you. And things you won't see is he might step on his feet over and over again. When you can't move, what's gonna happen? I don't have to chase you. Just stomp on your feet every time I get close to you. Just take my foot and slam it down on yours. It's really not illegal unless you get caught doing it over and over again. But it's not really on the paperwork anywhere saying it's illegal. So that's the fight I want to see. I just feel it in my heart because I'm a boxing enthusiast. I'm not like these cats that tie themselves to a fighter and say, "Oh, he's everything." I'm a Floyd fan. You notice that you're not a boxing fan. You're a Floyd fan. I'm 54. I'm old school. I have boxers I'm always gonna respect and appreciate. Simon Brown, I know him personally. Mike McCullum, that's my countryman, man. I was so proud of how he carried himself and the fighter and gentleman he was. Big up James Toney, a fighter. You know, he had skills that people on the street always dream about. He was the reality of just a fighter. If you were to create a anime superhero with fighting, natural fighting skills, and give him super, you know, superhuman strength, speed, and all that, it would be James Toney. Even now, as an older statesman, you ain't messing with him. Too many people gonna mess with that man, you know. But look, y'all, as boxing fans, y'all should be pushing the Crawford. Matter of fact, I'm not even waiting on you to do it. The next show I'll do today will be about Crawford and Canelo. The next show today will be about Crawford and Canelo. But look, just rock with me for another minute and a half, because that's how much time I'm gonna give y'all. 45 is just fine. I think it's divine, and you have to go with what your heart tells your mind. The two can't stand divided. They have to stand side by side, kid. Because if they don't work in a tandem, you walk around in a haze and lose it, fall off your path, and just be saying stuff that's dumb. You might say you're speaking wisdom, but like I said, the heart and the mind have to be as one. So just ride out with me. Got a little bit of time left I'm gonna give you. And then I'm coming back on to give you another show in a little bit. I got things to do, and in a little bit, just a little bit. So I'll be back just for you. You wanted the boxing Troy? The boxing Troy is back. I'm better than. Let the word go out to all the boxing pundits on here. All of them. Tell them, hey, the beast of box, the brilliance, the beauty, and the brutality of boxing has returned. Well, as far as podcasting goes, that's right. I'm still doing Daddy Lounge on those 3 days, but until the Crawford fight happens, I'm going to be pushing that. I'm going to be right here. And notice that none of these pundits ever, any show I've had, they've never come on. Because you know why? Because the truth is in their face. They can't ride with me. They know it. They can talk. They can talk shit. They can talk about the drama in boxing, but to ask them to break down a fight, nah. Ask them to have a straight up boxing conversation, nah. Have you ever watched the show on any podcast where it's just a straight up boxing conversation? Think about that. When me and Major were doing shows, right? It was boxing conversations. I really preferred it just to be us, but he was more open than me, so he let you know when we first started out, it was all right. It was good. I really preferred it when it was just us because we can keep it at a certain level, right? But as time went on, you know, in and out thing, but with guests. And then when we had the guests on, we let the people come on. And what other show lets you talk to the fighters when they come on? What other show did that? Think about that. People got to talk to Mike McCollum, Julian Jackson, something you'll never see again, historic. People got to talk to Simon Brown, Tommy Brooks, Junior Jones, Kevin Kelly, Kevin Pavlik, Andre Rozier, Tommy Brooks, Michael Nunn, Iran Barkley, Hasim Rahman Jr., Troy Dorsey, and many others over there. So many I forgot their names. Oh, James Tony. He stopped by and cussed me out. Then he started laughing. But think about that. What other show did that? So now that I decided to step back into this boxing thing because Crawford and Canelo's gonna fight, listen. They, they don't want me around. Just not one person on here can talk boxing better than me. They can talk about the drama in the sport, but breaking down fights and all that, boys can't hang with me. And I use boys because of how they come at me. Boys, yeah, boys. I've been here for 10 years and never got knocked off. I'm still here. And as I grow, I'm learning the business side of this better. Actually, the technical side is what I'm going to do next. Because with my creativity, I can do some fantastic things. Think about if I had the technical skills of Mark Nash with my creativity, there's some I can take over the world, this world right here. Because his stuff is fantastic when he has the shows, all that technical stuff he does, and he puts in his creativeness in there. That stuff is great. I like that, you know. So I'm definitely gonna learn the technical side so I can show off my creativity. This show went all over the place, didn't it? It started off with me talking about Wlder and his gun ranges and gun safety. Then somewhere in there, I squeezed in the fight with him and Herndon. Then it just went on to whatever. This is what I enjoy, though. This is really what I enjoy. I enjoy this. Start off here, and we just have a good conversation to keep going. The we being me just now. But hey, they say if you build it, they will come. So I'm gonna keep building it, and many shall come. I'm enjoying this. I'm loving it. But I will be back, like I said. I'm gonna do a Crawford Canelo show for y'all later on. I just have some things to do throughout the day. So I'm gonna bid you a fond adieu in about 1 minute. And I'm gonna replay the show. I replay all my shows to see how I can get better. And I listen to certain other people. None of them because they outside of this boxing podcast just to see how they could get better. Hell, I even challenged other podcasters out there, other boxing podcasters, said, name a fighter you want to talk to, and I would get them. It's like Ali, baby. They also falling around. I call. Ain't nobody on here can say they did more than the I and I. Nobody. And then you put me with Major. Yeah, ridiculous. You should never let that happen. World changing. Peace out, though, man. It's 50 minutes. I'm done. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you in a couple of hours. I don't know what that was, but I'll see you in a couple of hours for the Canelo Wlder show. Peace out.